Greetings, folks. Twin Proper here, bringing you yet another in my series. And as you know, lately I've had somewhat of a keen eye out for the utility pieces, utility 22s, stowable survival rifles, and such. And this one's no different. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you my Johnson. Okay, folks, here it is, the Iver Johnson 410 gauge shotgun. This is chambered in 3-inch and 2.5-inch shells. Pretty good. And I do like these utility rifles. I'll say it again. We can pack this thing up really easy just by breaking it down, which is simple. All you have to do is squeeze in on this trigger guard right here, slide it in, bend the rifle, and it also came like this in the box. I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. The box was only this big, so it did not take up a whole lot of room in the UPS truck, I don't imagine. But here it is. It comes just like this, and it is also loaded like that. As you can see, how you load this one is you open it like this, and folks, no, I'm not going to close it and shoot the gun. Stick your shell in just like this, close it up, and you're ready to disco. After you close it up, all you have to do is cock back your hammer, and you're ready to go. And folks, there's no safety on this. So I imagine your safety is between your ears with a rifle like this, and you've got to be very careful because there is no visible or usable safety. Other than, I would imagine, you could probably put your round in, put a trigger guard on here somewhere, and keep your hammer down until you're ready to actually fire the weapon. Though this hammer does travel, it seems to stay away from the firing pin. So up to you. I don't think that they really did preoccupy themselves very much with safety with this rifle, so you've got to watch what you're doing. I don't mind because this is going to be stowed. It's not going to be used as a defense weapon even, I don't think. So it would be okay as a defense weapon, but it wouldn't be my number one first choice. So this is more for hunting small game or having around for, say, squirrels or rabbits or something like that. So this would be perfect for that. In the event that you're going out and you may need to hunt your food, this thing breaks down really easy again. It's compact, it fits in a backpack, and away you go. So this is 33.5 inches long and it weighs 4.8 pounds. Not bad. And as you can see, the furniture on this is pretty nice. You know, I mean, it's just regular walnut. It's good walnut wood here, but it's got some attractive checkering right here, and the stock seems to be in pretty good shape. Comes with the sling mounts. I like that, so you could put a sling on it if you wanted to. And of course, it is adorned with the Iver Johnson owl. And if you've ever seen any of the other Iver Johnson firearms, that owl is on practically all of them, even their 1911s. I think it's a little big for my taste, but you know, really, I'm not going to sit around looking at the pretty owl on this gun anyway, so doesn't matter. It was easy to load, easy to fire, and of course, since it's not self-loading or semi-automatic, there is a lot less that could go wrong with this being a break barrel kind of shotgun. And of course, it shot flawlessly. I had no problems whatsoever. I shot 2 kinds of rounds through this already. I shot Federal Premium's handgun defense 410 ammunition, which has 5 triple-aught buck pellets in it, and it was pretty cool. I had to shoot those. I have to shoot triple-aught buck pellets when I go to the indoor range, which I was going to the indoor range because they just don't let you shoot birdshot in those indoor ranges, and it shot pretty well. Now I'm also going to say accuracy with this rifle was more than sufficient for me. I was shooting it at 5 yards, 10 yards, and 15 yards. And at 10 yards, my groups were right about 3 inches, 4 inches, with all 5 pellets coming out of that triple-aught buck round. And at 15 yards, I was right about 4 or 5 inches. I was more than casually satisfied with the groupings coming from this. So I know that if I'm shooting something small at a long enough distance, say 10, 15 yards, it's going to be more than sufficient in getting what I'm aiming for. I imagine, though, if I'm shooting at something small like a squirrel or a rabbit or whatever else I'm shooting at that I want to eat, I imagine I'd be going for more of the 4 or 5 shot kind of shells in order to have more rounds to throw down range, which would hit with sufficient force to take that animal out. But I was pleased with the triple-aught buck rounds and the groupings that I had at those distances. Recoil with this shotgun was nothing. Especially if you're going to compare it to a 12 gauge, recoil with a 410 is nothing. It brings me to mentioning that this may or may not be sufficient as a self-defense weapon. Now, I would not consider this as a primary defense weapon simply because it is single shot break barrel. I mean, you could load it and pull things out, load it back again, but in most cases, you're not going to have that kind of time. I would not consider this to be an adequate defense weapon. However, it would be adequate in a pinch. And for somebody who has compromised strength or could not handle the jolt given by the 12 gauge, well, this could be better than nothing. This could definitely and would definitely kill somebody, especially if they were shooting slugs. It would be better than nothing. I would still advise having something with more rounds for the person who couldn't handle the recoil of a 12 gauge, or for whatever weapon that they can handle, give them more rounds. That's what I would say. This isn't for that, though. Obviously, this is for survival situations, or it could be for backpacking situations, small-time hunting situations, and it's compact. Iver Johnson, by the way, on their website, has carry cases for this weapon folded the way it is right now. So those are about $27, $25, $27 or whatever. So that's kind of a good touch. I might get one. Now the recoil from a 410 is next to nothing compared to a 12 gauge. So anybody who has shot a 12 gauge turns around and shoots this is going to be like, oh wow, that's really easy, because it is. It's of course a lot less powder, a lot less projectile, a lot less velocity, but it's fun nonetheless. Let's compare it in size to the 12 gauge, shall we? We'll compare them stock to stock first, since I don't have a big video panoramic scope right here. We'll compare them first stock to stock. So here's my 410, and here's my Rock Island Armory M5 12 gauge shotgun. All right. Now you can see both of the stocks are beginning at the receivers. So here they are right here, and here's the stocks right here. Pretty close. A little bit longer here on the 410. So you can see with the receiver starting right here that the 12 gauge is considerably longer than the 410. That's about 6.5, 7 inches longer than the 410. However, that just speaks to the portability of this 410 shotgun. It's not really meant to be a full-length shotgun. It's meant to be portable and small, and it does that quite well. So it's got an all right trigger. It's nothing to write home about. You guys know that I do trigger pulls here, so let's just go ahead and do it. This is a hammer-fired shotgun again. No safety again. You can see that there is no safety. So don't expect a safety. And hammer-fired. Well, the trigger, there's no movement right here, so there's no travel once that hammer is back. And then I'll bring it up close. It's probably about a 7-pound trigger pull right there, but does that really matter? This is a 410 shotgun, Who cares? It's not a performance pistol or anything. It's a shotgun. It's 410. So that's that. And comparing the size of the shells, it's kind of funny because this is the 410 shell right here. You can see, not that big. With its personal defense equivalent, with the handgun defense ammo that I was firing at the range, it had 5 pellets of triple-aught buck, while the 12 gauge has 9 pellets of double-aught buck. But this is the 410 right here, and this is the 12 gauge, right? So as you can see, it's a significant difference in size between the 410 and the 12 gauge. Much bigger bores. If we're going to compare bore sizes, here we've got the 410 right here, while the 12 gauge, wow. Now that's a significant difference. If you look at that, that is significant. The 12 gauge is much bigger, obviously. So there you go. But The recoil for the 410 is significantly lighter than the 12 gauge. If you absolutely have to have a shotgun for self-defense and you've got compromised hand strength, I would try to see if you can get something like a pump 410 shotgun, if that's what you wanted, or something that was self-loading. There's not too many of those out there, but definitely I would get a 4 or 5 shot pump 410 if you can find one. I think most of them fit about 2 or 3 rounds in the pump 410s, but I would not get a single shot break barrel 410 like this one. This is more for outdoor survival hunting and stuff like that. I would not put this in a self-defense role. It's a pretty good piece if you're going to be hunting small animals like squirrels and rabbits and stuff like that. This would be just what the doctor ordered based on its portability as well. So you got to like that. You got to like something that's this portable. And folks, while you're watching, don't forget, you saw that 2 in proper gear. 2 in proper gear is attractive. It will make you more attractive. So go to Abaddon Apparel. Abaddon Apparel has 2 in proper gear, and the link will be in the description. You can get your 2 in proper gear there. And not only 2 in proper gear, Abaddon Apparel has their own custom gear. Abaddon Apparel gear is awesome as well. You saw me wear the Carry Life shirt, and there's a lot more than that. Also, folks, don't forget, if you want this firearm or any other firearms, you can hook it up with www.notjustguns.com in Mason, Michigan. And I am To It Proper. My email address is scrolling across the top of the screen as we speak right now. That's toimproper@gmail.com. Or if you want to reach Tattoo Cat, that's TAT, the number 2, KAT, @gmail.com. He would be happy to write to you as well, as long as you follow the protocol of being decent about what you have to say, and if we have the time. So thanks for watching, folks. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families and yourselves. You know it's always the right thing to do, and we'll see you in the next one.